Well, we attended a train show over the weekend.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. An interesting place, though.
Yeah, no kidding. I've always wanted to attend this train show. It's held inside Stadler's manufacturing plant in Salt Lake City.
Right.
Stadler's a Swiss company, and they make interurban trains, trolleys, light rail systems, that sort of thing. And they decided to build a U.S. operations in Salt Lake City, and UTA leased them property at the UTA facility in North Salt Lake. And at a certain point in time, 2019, they said, gee, let's build our own manufacturing plant.
Right.
And this all happened when they landed a huge contract to build a light rail system for Atlanta.
Oh, my goodness.
So it was like I forget, $800 million contract. They
Goodness.
said, we can't keep up with that operating out of the UTA facility. Principally, these units have been sold to Caltrans, and they use them in Southern California. But they have started branching out, and they're going to start using Stadler's equipment in Northern California as well.
You know, I think it's funny they don't run them here in Utah.
Well, I was talking to somebody down there, and that might be changing in the next couple of years. They've been so friendly with UTA, it just seems odd that UTA has never bought any Stadler equipment.
That is interesting.
Most of the equipment that we saw while we were there is destined for Los Angeles' new Silver Line.
Oh, neat.
Aren't those pretty?
Those are beautiful.
And we got to watch them masking these off. They're painted in a paint booth where we weren't allowed to see, but we were able to see them masking and prepping these for paint.
Right.
Now, these pictures are from their website.
Right.
These are pictures that they're quite willing to share. We don't want to give away any of their secrets.
Absolutely not.
But we were able to see most of the facility while we were at the train show. They just allowed people to walk around in here and look at anything you wanted to look at.
Oh, and there was so much to see. It's really interesting.
It's fascinating how this whole thing goes together. All of the main assemblies are built somewhere else, and then they're shipped by rail here to the Salt Lake facility, where they are painted and finished and assembled. We also found out that during the assembly process, these things are taken apart and put together 3 times.
Can you imagine? Wow.
But just the way they have to put them together in order to test fit and do everything, they have to put them together and take them apart 3 complete times.
Wow.
They also install miles of wire. I forget exactly what they say. It's something like 9 miles of wire.
Wow.
And all of the wiring harnesses are constructed in this room, and then they're moved out to the assembly floor and installed into the trains themselves.
Wow. I bet they need a good set of schematics for that.
No kidding.
This area is where they assemble the wheel trucks. And we actually spent a lot of time in here trying to figure out what in the world.
They're really complicated.
Yeah.
And there was like 3 different versions of wheel trucks.
Right.
That they were building in here, and just trying to figure out how all of this goes together and how it works.
Right. Lots of suspension for a smooth ride.
I think that's probably the most complicated thing they build.
Right.
Is the wheel truck.
Yes. Wow, this must be the driver's seat.
And everything, of course, is computerized. These are all computer screens where they can bring up all sorts of multiple views. And they had one of the trains turned on.
Oh, yes.
Of course, they had the motors disengaged, so we didn't drive the thing away. But we were able to ring the bell and run the different screens through their different formats and
Flash
stuff.
the lights.
Flash the lights. That was really fun.
Yeah.
This is one of their big double-decker trains.
Those are neat.
And I think those are used more for like interurban service.
Yes, like our front runner train.
And then some of them are more like a light rail.
Right.
Very much like our light rail system here in Salt Lake.
Yeah, the one I dubbed the Twinkie train.
The Twinkie train.
Twinkie train.
They've got a test track just outside the facility. It's sort of a shorter test track, but it gives them the opportunity to run everything back and forth. But then some of the trains are sent to Pueblo, Colorado, where the government maintains a huge test track, and then they can run them at full speed over long distances,
Right.
To test that functionality as well. I've always wanted to get into this facility.
Oh, I know. We go by it all the time on the freeway.
And they've had open houses in the past, but that got shut down for a while, and now they've gone back to holding an annual open house here, and they allow the NMRA to come in and actually turn the whole thing into a full-blown train show.
Right.
And so that is just fun.
Oh, it is.
Nick, you know that Mia was mine.
Keep an eye on that. Resident animation guy.
Well, some of our favorite train shows are ones that are held in very unusual locations.
Right.
There's the Ogden Train Show, which happens in the Ogden Depot, which is fun. The Evanston Train Show, which is held in the old Union Pacific Roundhouse.
Right. That one's coming up soon.
And now the Stadler Train Show held inside of a train manufacturing facility.
Isn't that neat?
That is just so amazing. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And the easy way to subscribe is by clicking on the upcoming blue button. Are we ready for that? Zoink! Right there, the blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring, and we will see you here on Sunday. We'll see you then.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.